Morning everyone. Today I'm just heading over now to load up some round bales on a trailer. We have to deliver some round bales to a neighbour of ours. It's some second cut round bales that part of the batch that we made in early October. Yeah, there's about 40 in this batch altogether, and this neighbour has bought them all, so he wants the first delivery of them today. The roads are well thawed out, very slushy, and anywhere that there was some drifts of snow, you have got you still have fairly deep banks or ruts of snow that you have to drive through, so you just have to be careful. It's not too bad in the tractor or teleporter, but I was driving the Jeep earlier and it would steer the Jeep all over the roads. You just have to be careful in it if you were in a car or Jeep or anything like that. But no, the tractor or the teleporter, once they've a little bit of weight to it, it's not really an issue. These roads here wouldn't have been salted at all, hence why they're so much worse than some of the main roads. But I'm sure it's like this all over the country. Everything is starting to thaw out. We had one of the cattle sheds on the out farm where the drinkers had stopped walking, but they've just restarted walking again this morning. So everything is starting to thaw out a little bit, which is great. We didn't have some of the drinkers, actually, the cattle never even drank all the water out of the drinkers, even though the ball valves had frozen up. So it just shows like these cattle were on fairly wet silage, so it really does show that they don't need that much water if the silage is wet. I'll go down here and start to take some of the bales up, and I'll set the camera up maybe on a different mount. A bit awkward getting in and out here. I could go out into the field, but I don't want to, in case it just mucks the place up, so I can kind of get in and out here without doing too much harm, for now anyway. Yeah, there's a field here, we usually cut hay of it and take a second cut down of round bales off it, which we sometimes use, sometimes sell, depends on the year. But yeah, it's just a little bit awkward having it in out, but it doesn't. It's not like it's that big of a field. There's not that many bales on it, so. Isn't too bad. There's a little bit of snow here on the ground, but it's not too bad. It's slushy and you have a bit of grip on it, so that's all. I can't ask for any more than that, I suppose. Bales are made exact same time as the ones that start on the out farm, and as you can see they kept their shape perfectly well, no problem. Once they were only just stacked. Once they were stacked on their end and nothing stacked on top of them, there was no hassle. So it seems to be the way to go if you have the space, but unfortunately you don't always have the space to stack them, especially if you have a sizable amount of bales to want stacked in the yard. But anyway, I'll stack away at these and I'll come back to you when I have them all on the trailer. Just picking up the last bale now. And I'm just going to pop on, I'll pop on 14 on this run. Yeah, 14 on the trailer, and I'll take one over then on the forks myself, and it'll mean that 15 of the bales will be away at the end out of this batch. Go get the one out of the front, and that'll be all sorted. Yeah, we haven't very far to go with these bales, only a mile, half a mile from where we are at the minute. So it's an easy run today. Walking over behind me, I better not run over him, I'll give him a second. And to stop the tally board today, sometimes when you put on the wiper, very odd time. Only happens once every maybe 3 months. But you put the wiper on, it doesn't turn off with the switch. You have to stop the tractor and restart it. And it's strange, the 6420S does exactly the same thing. See if we can get around here. And the 64 does exactly the same thing. It'll stick on and you might have to stop it and restart it. It actually, I think it does it with the indicator too. It's the very odd time. So it's never done on the 6930. Obviously it changed whatever system it was on when the 30s come out. snow. It's going to take a few days for them to melt away. They're saying on it's to be showers of snow today and maybe even into tomorrow, but if they get a little bit milder then early in the new week. So hopefully that's true and we get this dissolved away. The next problem will be that the crown will be back sodden again. When you consider, if you look back, I was actually looking back a couple of days ago to my video on Monday, when you see how dry that the ground was and how easily it was to slurry it. loaded. And another job done for today. We'll just head back to the yard and see what's happening. I'm going to do a little update video on the few calves that's up the top. We've had no more birds now, no birds in 48 hours. Or over 48 hours. So a little bit of a respite on that front, which is great considering the weather. Exactly what we would have wanted. But yeah, I'll do a little update on the calves and I'll put that up now at the end of this video. So the big thaw is on. We've got rid of a lot of stuff today. It is very cold and it's quite breezy as well, but it's still thawing out fairly well. Froze last night a bit, a little skift of snow as well, but nothing worth talking about. It's great to be able to see some of the concrete and tarmac. Yeah, so our calves. Well, this girl here, you know all about her. She's the one that was drinking the milk, or not drinking the milk, drinking the dung on the belly. She's ready to go back in. She's ready to, as soon as the temperature picks up, coat off, and she'll be straight down and in and creeping. Calf in the back, and that cow can get in creeping as well. So that's 2 for creeping. And this calf here in this first pen, he's the one who had the, do you remember the joints that weren't just out enough? He was like walking around on his tippy toes. Yeah, he's going very well too. He's almost walking 100%, so another day or so and he'd be able to get in creeping as well, probably even until Monday. So that's those 3. The 4th guy in the back is the sluggish calf. He's the one that we were lifting up all the time, but as you can see, we're not lifting him up anymore. He's jumping up and down himself. What do we do with him? We obviously initially we thought maybe he might have a little bit of a navel infection, and we give him an antibiotic for that. But that wasn't his problem. His problem was just that he was a big calf and slow to get moving. We give him some Vitacell, and since we give him that, he has just took off. He only got like 2.5 mil of it, and it's made a huge difference to him. We also give him some that energy response paste, I think it's called. I'll show you now in a second. And he's got maybe 3 doses of a half tube each, maybe 4 doses, not sure, since he was born. That's why his dung is a little bit in the green colour there at the minute. It's nearly pure green, and he's a little bit loose behind after the response paste. But no, he's doing great now. Very happy with how he's gone on. We'll leave him. He'll not be going in creeping, I'd say. We leave him maybe until Tuesday or Wednesday if he keeps going the way he is, and we'll get him in creeping then. Yeah, all else is going alright. We've the beddies as well. We're going to bed a couple of pens here at the back, and we have to start feeding now as well. So that's why I just said I'd make this video before we started the feeding. There's everyone's little box of tricks, I'm sure, that's at calving or lambing or whatever they're at. Yeah, there's the stuff there. It's Provita response paste. Using that a couple of years now. I find it very good. I'm advertising for them now. Should be getting paid for that, should I? I doubt it. Yeah, I find it very good. These are the latest ones that's in creeping. There's 4 calves in here, including this girl's calf who was born last. She's moved in here this morning. He's going very well too. So we moved down the other tree. Here's our calf here. When we moved down the other tree, we'll be well on the way to filling this pen up. It only holds 10. So after that, we've got the pen up in the top shed, which can we can transform into a creep area. And again, it's pretty similar to here. It can hold, well, it can hold, it's a little bit bigger. It'll be able to hold, I'd say, maybe 10, 12, I'd say, at most. 12, it might hold 13. 12 to 13. So that takes us up to about 43. So it'll still leave a few coming along afterwards. Hopefully at that stage, the weather will be dry enough that we'll start to get some out. Like this time of the year, usually we'd be planning that if the weather turned good in mid-March or around that time of the year, that we'd put out maybe 10,000-15,000 calves, the earliest ones born. All these ones in this first pen, and it would free up space for us. But obviously, with the way the weather is, that's not going to happen. So yeah, we're just going to have to see what happens with the weather. Once these 3 creep pens fill up, and the one up in the top shed fills up, if the weather still hasn't picked up enough, we're going to have to look for a plan B. We'll have to find. There is a shed we could probably use on an out farm, but it's a lot of hassle and harder to look after them then when they're not in the yard. But yeah, we'll not panic about it yet. We'll see what happens over the next 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, and we can take it from there. That's really it. I'm going to start feeding now and do the bit of bedding, and we'll get finished up then for this evening. It's about 4 o'clock now, so 3:30, 4 o'clock. So we'll try to get finished early enough and get out of this cold weather. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.